Hi everyone, the second lesson for our ANZAC Day learning for this year will be around the symbols of commemoration. So every time we go off to a ANZAC Day parade, we see a range of different things. We see wreaths, we see bugles, we see medals, we see a range of different things. The next series of videos are going just to explain what the meaning is behind a range of those different things that we see and the significance they hold for the people who either hold them, wear them or bring them along to the parade. Watch carefully, take some notes if you need to, and then we'll have a few activities to do at the end.
Every country has its own flag. This is our flag, the Australian flag. Did anyone see the Australian flag in our story? There it is behind Libby and the bugler. The flag has been lowered halfway down the pole before the ceremony begins. This is called at half-mast. Flags that are flown at half-mast mean that someone has died and we are remembering them. Libby is remembering Ellie's father and her husband who died. On ANZAC Day, the flag is flown at half-mast. During the playing of a bugle call known as the Wreaths, the flag is raised back to the top of the pole. I wonder, have you ever seen a flag flying at half-mast? Have you ever seen boards like these ones? These old wooden boards are called honour rolls, but these honour rolls are different to the ones you see in schools that record school captains and prefects. These ones have names of people from a school or a community who served during war. Many will mark the names of those who died with a cross, and some only include the names of the dead from a particular area. An honour roll like this one is made by a community to honour and remember. Honour rolls list the names of people in the local community who served during war. Often there are several names from the one family. Many of them would have known each other as friends, just like your friends sitting next to you now. These honour rolls are in my local community hall. Did you see it in the film? Yes, that's right. It was behind Bert and Stan. Australians like Bert and Stan went to war for many reasons. Some out of loyalty to their country, some because their family and friends expected them to, and others because they thought it would better their lives. Whatever the reason, they had to be brave, and often the reality of war was very different to what they expected. I wonder if you noticed some of the people in the story were wearing medals, just like the ones I'm wearing. The veteran at the beginning, Derek, had medals on his jacket. Cole wore his medals during the ceremony. Stan was also wearing medals when he was talking with Bert. Medals tell us of the service of the person wearing them. Medals can show where a person served and of bravery awards they may have received. Medals are an official symbol of their service. Derek, Caitlin, Cole, Bert and Stan all went to war and earned their medals. We know this because they wear their medals on the left-hand side. If you see someone wearing medals on the right-hand side, like I am today, you know that they are a family member of someone who served. These medals belong to my dad, who fought in the Second World War. I wonder if you know anyone who has medals like these, or maybe you've seen someone wearing them on ANZAC Day. Have you ever seen a memorial like this? Memorials come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, from huge buildings like the Australian War Memorial in Canberra to smaller ones like this. This is a cenotaph. Cenotaphs like this are often found in the middle of a town. And if you look carefully, you can see the names of those who served or even died during war. People get up before the sun rises to gather here for the dawn service. It is very dark and sometimes cold. They come to the Cenotaph as this is the place where the community honours and remembers the locals who served. Derek got out of bed very early to go to the dawn service. Do you remember what time the clock said? Yes, Derek had to get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Have you ever got out of bed before the sun comes up? In our story, did you notice we had some special objects? Let's look at some of them more closely. Will is wearing a bright red flower on his shirt. Can you see it? This red flower is called a poppy, and a poppy is a symbol of commemoration. A symbol is an object or an image that sends a message about an idea. Maybe your school uniform has a symbol that tells us something about your school. The red poppy is a special flower. It grew on the battlefields of France and Belgium during the First World War, where sadly thousands of Australian soldiers died. It is a symbol that sends a message about remembering and honouring people who have died in wars. You might have a local memorial where you can place a red poppy. When I smell this herb, I always think of ANZAC Day. This is called rosemary, and even though it's small, it has a very strong smell. Sometimes we use it in cooking, but on ANZAC Day, we wear it on our clothes. Rosemary grows in the wild at Gallipoli in Turkey. This is where the Anzacs fought and where many soldiers died. Rosemary is a symbol of commemoration. That means to honour and remember. You might have spotted one person wearing rosemary during Libby's speech. Traditionally, rosemary is meant to help our memory, so it's a lovely way for us to remember Australians who died serving our country. Maybe you have rosemary growing in your garden. Perhaps you might like to pick a little bit and wear it on ANZAC Day. Flowers that are woven into shapes like circles are called wreaths. The word wreath means to twist. The flowers are twisted into a shape, just like this one I have here. In our story, Rosalind lays a wreath at the memorial. Since ancient times, wreaths have been used to help us honour those who died in war. On ANZAC Day, we bring wreaths to lay at memorials. They help us remember those who gave their lives. A wreath is held in two hands. It is gently laid as a symbol of commemoration, and that means to honour and remember. Who do you think Rosalind was thinking about when she laid her wreath? Yes, I think she was thinking about her dad too.
Hopefully after that you have a greater understanding of why there are a range of different things that are part of our ANZAC Day ceremony. Please take the time to have a chat with the adult or the teacher in the room around some of these symbols, and also engage with the lesson activity that we have attached to this video. Thank you everyone, and again I encourage you all to take the time to acknowledge our Anzacs on Saturday and to engage in the many wonderful initiatives that are being put in place that we can remain safe but also honour our Anzacs. Thank you.